Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amelia. Okay, so we're doing our start of the week reading to see what's going on with your divine masculine or your soulmate, to see what they're thinking about this week, to see what's preoccupying them, to see how they feel about you and your connection as well. So I'd like to start today with messages from the animal spirit guides, and I'm going to pull one to kind of symbolize what your person, your divine masculine soulmate, is thinking about this week, what's a concern, what's on their mind, and then I'm going to draw one for you, so advice for you for this week or a message for you. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your person first. Penguin. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Really interesting. So for some of them, they might have been going through a dark night of the soul, some kind of, maybe a sort of temporary depression. So nothing extremely long-term serious and heavy, but something that's been more of a phase. It seems like they're coming out the other side. Maybe some of them have been going through, a kind of internal spiritual death, and they're coming out, if you think of rebirth, that sort of a thing. Okay, let's see what the message is for you guys for this week. So if your person seems a bit withdrawn, if they've seen a bit down recently, or hard to get through to, it might be that they've been going through something like this. Okay, a message for my collective watching, please. Here we go. Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. So actually, these two cards aren't worlds apart. And if you look at the colours, they're similar as well. Very much sort of spiritual colours representing the higher, the upper chakras. So if there is something that you're carrying that needs to be released, or you kind of know in the back of your mind that there's something you need to work on, maybe you've been triggered recently, now is a really good time to do that emotional healing. Archangel Raphael is connected to the heart chakra, so you could call on him if you believe in angels to assist you with that. But yeah, addressing those wounds that might be crying out for attention or for help. So that's not a fun thing to do, but it does seem that this might be a good time to do it. And it is actually, many of you watching are twin flames, so it makes sense that these energies are mirroring one another. Okay, so let's see what else is going on with your person this week. Okay, Spirit, please bring through the highest and best messages at this time. Please bring through everything that we can know at this time. Please show us what is going on with the divine masculine, the soulmate of my viewer watching. Okay. So let's see. So what are they thinking about? How do they feel about this connection? What's going on around them? How are they viewing you? Maybe that will come through as well. Okay. Okay, we have the Six of Swords. This is very interesting. It says science. I have never seen the Six of Swords represented in this, anything like this. And for some reason, I feel that I'm either seeing this card for the first time or seeing it anew in a whole other way. Now, we cannot ignore the snake in the middle of the card. There's definitely some kind of Kundalini awakening. I think, was it the last video message that I mentioned, like a snake shedding its skin, that transition? And along with this message, some of you, your people have really, or your person has really been going through this dark night of the soul, this inner transformation. It has been very difficult. It has been very painful. You can see how these swords are about to stab into the heart. And it's a transition that really is, it's not superficial. It's happening on a very deep soul level. With some of you, with science being here, maybe you're involved in some area of science, or your person is. Something medical, perhaps, as well. Okay, we have the Prince of Discs in reverse. So this is the equivalent to the Knight of Discs or the Knight of Pentacles in a regular tarot deck. We have the Sun in reverse. So now we have air signs, earth signs, and Leo in particular. The Hanged Man. The Queen of Swords in reverse. So again, air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The Knight of Discs, so the King of Pentacles here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Three of Cups, water signs, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces, Scorpio. My goodness, who am I missing? I feel that you're probably shouting at me now. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, okay. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, what do we have on the back? Ooh, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So for some of you, your person may have rejected this offer that you gave them, and you've been wondering why. You feel like you've been left out in the cold. The reason is they've been going through this inner transformation, and it's most likely that it's not just your communication, your attention they've been dismissing, or your offer that they have refused. It's probably across the board. I feel that they have withdrawn. You know, we have the Hanged Man here. This is someone who is strung up alone, you know, by himself, and you can see in this card, it's a lovely depiction. All of his credit cards are dropping out, his money is dropping out. So literally shedding these, you know, the things that we clothe ourselves with. So the facades, the appearances, the physical things we attach meaning to. Getting very deep with this, maybe even reassessing who they are as a person, what things they like, what things they don't like, what their morals are, what do they believe in, you know, is their job still the correct job for them? Do they need to move house? Do they need to get a new friend group? Do they need to interact differently with family? Some of them might be thinking deeply, with the Ten of Pentacles being reversed, about family, you know, changing up some kind of dynamic. And I feel this is family in terms of the family they grew up with. They could also be thinking about finances. Maybe some of them have fallen on hard times financially. Again, this came out in the last reading I did on Friday. So thinking very deeply, potentially about changing career, maybe something around that. The Sun and the Three of Cups, this is very interesting. This is such positive energy, and it's completely at odds with the rest of the reading. So what I feel is that your person might be giving off this image of being so happy, so abundant, going out, celebrating with other people, but truly there's a feeling of, I just heard destroyed. So they feel like they're being destroyed, almost like a caterpillar going into a cocoon and dissolving, you know, before they can emerge. Some of them might be turning to any kind of stimulant to block out, you know, the changes that need to be made, or the pain they're feeling with this transition, anything to keep them in a kind of, I'm hearing daydream, but I don't mean daydream. Maybe some of them are daydreaming very heavily. You know, fantasy, to keep a sort of a fantasy going. I can't get past fantasy. Okay, so if they're in a situation and it hasn't become, sorry, my thoughts are so muddled. I have so many messages coming through. Okay, if they're in a situation and it's no longer serving them for their highest and best good, and that's why they're going through this death, this change, thinking about their situation, some of them might be trying to block out the fact that their situation has now become a fantasy. You know, it's no longer sustainable as a reality. The other message I'm getting is your person might be doing something to keep reality at bay. So, you know, the things we do to kind of give our brain a rest, like watch a film or play a video game, or you know, people like to have a drink to kind of relax. All of those things, but taking it a little bit too far. Okay, so let me get another deck and we'll start clarifying what's going on here. Okay, please tell me about the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Six of Swords. Okay, I'm getting, as I'm shuffling, for some of you, you had a very frank, direct conversation. with your twin, with your divine masculine, this hurt them at the time. They may have pulled back, but what you don't know, what you can't see, is that your words have had a positive effect. They are actually going through this change now to become a better version of themselves. Even if, they didn't thank you at the time, even if it was difficult for them to go through this. And I think it still is. Okay, tell me more, please. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, beginning a new journey, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So perhaps some of you were cross because there was the opportunity to move forward. There was passion here. Your person wasn't doing anything about it. The will was stuck. So you had a word with them. Maybe you told them that you weren't happy. Maybe you told them a few things about themselves that they didn't want to hear. But it has triggered a positive change. So if you're not hearing from them, it's not because they're cross. It's because they're actually now going through this transition. They thought about what you said and they're evolving, they're changing. Okay, tell us about the Prince of Discs in reverse. So this is, again, the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Discs, the King of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. So that explains why we've got a lack of movement here. Wow, the Two of Cups in reverse. And the Three of Wands in reverse. So for some of you, your person feels that they cannot move forward with you, or they haven't been able to, even though they view you as a soulmate with the Two of Cups. The same feelings you have for them, they have for you, whether they've told you or not. You can see how these are twins mirroring one another perfectly. But they feel moving forward, manifesting abundance here is not possible, or they did feel that way, and that's why, maybe you got cross. Maybe you pulled away. So the King of Pentacles is about being a stable figure, having responsibilities, maybe even having a current spouse, and feeling trapped, that they cannot escape this situation. There's nothing they can do but to continue as they have been, day by day by day, every day. It's almost like this man here, he's chopping. It's like all he can do is just chop one thing after another and to keep going. And once he's finished chopping this, he'll get another vegetable and chop that. And he's become very good at this. He's the king of Pentacles, the King of Discs. And other people might praise him for how well he's done, or the amount of skill he has, or how well he provides. But inside, he's not happy. Okay, tell us about the Sun in reverse, please, with the Three of Cups. Wow, and the Three of Cups again, exactly like I said. For some of you, your people are indulging too much, trying to escape the reality of what's going on a little too much. Yeah. I don't feel at all that we're looking at third parties in the romantic sense. I think we're looking at friends, anybody they can turn to kind of help them escape themselves for however long they can. Yep, look at this. The Five of Swords in reverse. Now, we all know at this point that the Five of Swords is about having conflict with others sometimes, yes, but also our own inner thoughts, fighting with one another, stressing ourselves out with our thoughts. Swords represent air energy. This is in reverse. And we have, what's this? Justice in reverse. So something here about your person feeling that there isn't justice, probably because they feel trapped. They can't go after their happiness. They can, because it's the Eight of Swords. Swords, again, are thoughts. If they change their thoughts, they can change their actions. But right now, it's about trying to run from this feeling of being trapped, trying to escape their current reality because they feel powerless. So it might be that there are two separate categories. There are the divine masculines, the soulmates, who are going through this change because you told them about what was going on and how they need to sort themselves out, and they've listened. Even if they didn't want to, they can't deny the truth. And then another group who aren't ready to hear this yet and who are overindulging, distracting themselves, that sort of a thing. It could be we have the same group, and at times this change becomes too much. So they go out with friends, they have a drink, they watch a movie, but I do get the sense that it's too much. It's an overindulgence, or it's spending too much time running and trying to escape. Okay, let's look at the Hanged Man with wealth, or the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. See what's going on here. The Ten of Cups. The Hermit. Yeah, they've definitely withdrawn. And the Three of Swords. Okay, so if they move forward towards their happiness and free themselves from this Eight of Swords trapped energy, they might cause heartbreak to someone, but they will lose their finances and gain their happiness. That might not be true. It might not be that clear cut, but that is what they're thinking about, and thinking about this very deeply. So for some of you, your person is overly attached to, you know, the material wealth that they have, to their material possessions, and that's probably what they're being asked to shed as well, that over attachment. Okay, so let me just see if there are any final additional messages that want to come through, and then we'll close the reading for today. Okay, Spirit, do you have any other messages for my viewers, please? Yes. The Page of Pentacles. Children might be a concern. Maybe there's a small offer coming your way. Let's see. I wonder if you'll think that's good enough. Maybe not. With the King of Swords in reverse, maybe you're not going to be happy with that. It's too immature. It's not enough. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So what I see is there's a lot going on here, lots of juggling. You might be dealing with a lot, trying to keep everything balanced. Your person might be doing the same. There's an offer that wants to come in, but what's blocking it? Best case scenario, a lack of communication for now. Why? Because your person is going through something big. Fine. Worst case scenario, your person is a liar and just cannot, for the life of them, be straight with you. They cannot be honest with you, no matter how much you try and push for it. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles, please. Yeah, the Page of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Wands. So maybe, you know, you're not sure about taking this offer because you deserve an apology that you haven't got yet. Maybe your person's coming in with passion. You don't want just passion. You want a commitment. You know, you want truth. You want honesty. Tell me about the King of Swords in reverse, please. Maybe you want, you know, you want to see their emotion. You don't just want to see passion, or to see some sort of quick energy of being in then being out. The Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles, please. Oh, look at this, the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's really difficult communication at the moment. Now, this either led to a difficult ending, or you feel this pain currently because you're not in communication, or the communication isn't really going anywhere. But look, see, the sun is rising. We do have a better time coming in. But I think, you know, it's ultimately going to be up to you, at least at this moment in time, to decide, are you interested in this offer or not? Because there's something here about, you might not be happy that you're still not getting to see their emotions. They're still not telling you how they feel. Either they're holding back altogether, or they're coming forward and telling you how much they miss you in terms of the passion that you shared, whether it's physical or not. You know, let's go on a date, let's go here, let's do that. And you're kind of thinking, okay, but can we just sit down for a minute and can you tell me how you feel? Can we talk about if this could be stable, or talk about commitment, something grounded here? Okay, so that seems to be the overall energy of what's going on this week. I'll leave it here. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I'll be back again on Wednesday with another video looking at messages from your person to you, channeled messages as well. I'm not currently accepting any personal readings at the moment, but I will update you when that changes. Take care and have a lovely week. Bye.